And welcome back to the Overwatch Scrim game series, week 5 between Absolute Zero and Team Ragnarok. I will be your commentator, Kjoner, for this evening, and we have a great game for you tonight. Honestly, this is my first time on the block, so I'm kind of hoping that everything works out pretty well here and there, but oh boy, am I looking forward to it. I will hopefully give you some entertainment and beneficial factors as we look at the winning and loss ratio of both of them. Absolute Zero 3-1 going into week 5, with Ragnarok being a reverse flip, being 1 win and 3 losses. So Absolute Zero seem to be a hard team to beat. Their only loss so far coming to the hands of the #1 team, Unity Astra, while Team Ragnarok, a little bit unpredictable. You know, they can be up, they can have their downs. However, so far, they have been a strong contender for every map that they've played. So I'm very much looking forward to see if they're able to pull through and beat one of the top teams in the league. And overall, you know what? Today's game going to be a little bit interesting considering AZ are one of the top teams. But you should definitely stick around to find out, because I think, considering both teams like a bit of Busan, you know, I think we might see that game if it goes to game 1 or a game 5 situation if we get there. And being from Northern Ireland as well, I very much apologize if you cannot make out my accent sometimes, or if I make stupid jokes that don't land, or if I start rapping for no reason, because I enjoy all of that. So if you like the sound of that, stick around, because I hope you enjoy this. Anyway, getting into the swing of things, here we go with Absolute Zero's team formation. We have Bamboozled on the Sojourn, Hugs on the Widowmaker. We're going to have Dylan on the Winston, Ixie on the Moira, and Vecta on the Mercy. So, pretty good opening composition for Absolute Zero, running high dive with high damage, and just a pretty quick composition. Obviously, Silent Kills being another DPS player not on the roster for today, so we'll have to see if Hugs can take his place. Meanwhile, for Ragnarok, we have MRJ, or Mr. J. We have the dudes, Choi Yobin, not the Overwatch League professional. However, we will have to see if he comes close to that. Mason and Wolverine running Sojourn, Sombra, Winston, Mercy, Ana. So swap up from the Moira and Widowmaker that we saw from Absolute Zero on the starting lineup. But we'll have to see what map is going to be first. It's going to be a control map. We're going to get Busan as our first pick. So there is the Busan. Very common pick, I think, for a lot of teams in any competitive environment, considering it has so much versatility is the word I was looking for. A lot of versatility, a lot of high points, a lot of low ground, a lot of team fight situations. And you can just run nearly any comp on any map, and it'll work well as long as you know what you're doing. So it's going to be our first control map going into the swing of things. As we see here, Absolute Zero playing this map 3 times so far, 2 wins and 1 loss under the belt. Meanwhile, Ragnarok played it twice already and yet to get a win under their belt. So let's hope they can achieve their first win out of today's game. And we already saw the lineups, so we'll have to see how this plays out with AZ taking on Ragnarok. Game 1.
Round 1. Capture objective.
Had a fan on us there, but honestly, I'm not that warm now. So, Hog's already going to take the high ground. Mason take it out very early. Absolute Zero already in a fine performance, and MRJ taken out by Dylan diving onto the back line. Pretty impressive stuff already. Choi Yobin gonna try and push in, but gonna get taken out by Dylan and Hugs as well. And already one fight, one and done. Absolute Zero. Flawless fight for them. Dews actually tries to go onto Hugs there, but unable to pick up the kill. So it's gonna be a reset for Ragnarok. As good sleep from Wolverine onto Dylan on the high ground. Dude's trying to take on another target on the point while Bamboozled melts down Choyobin's health. Just saying, this is our high ground, you cannot take it off of us. Dude's in the back line trying to find a target. Looking to be Ixie, gonna get that hack down, trying to take her out. The pocket from Vector gonna try and help. Translocator wasn't there either. Bamboozle is gonna get taken out. MRJ as well in there, killing Vector and Ixie. Dudes did get taken out there, but Resurrection from Mason gonna bring him back alive. Hugs does take out Wolverine, but MRJ, that damage goes. Oh! Hugs. Disgusting shot. That was actually slick ass. Did get taken out by Choyobin, but ignoring that fact, got clubbed up. So Ragnarok gonna retake the point for the first time this map. Hugs with the best ult in the game, guys. 15 seconds of unrivaled information. You literally cannot beat it. Dylan, knowing that Mason is out of position, just dives in, gets that early pick. Absolute Zero up 5-4. Dylan just already, again, playing aggressive. Gonna take out Wolverine. Dude's gonna get taken out by Ixie's damage rope as well, and Choryubin gonna have to escape there with 27% on the point for Ragnarok. But they have 4 ults ready to go in here, while Absolute Zero also have 4. We have 2 overclocks, 2 primals, 2 Valkyries, a Coalescence, and a Nano Boost is good. And an EMP, flipping nearly everything. Dudes takes out Hugs early on, one of the only people without no MRJ with the overclock though. Gonna go in with the Valk pocket, or just the Mercy pocket. It takes out 3. Vector and Ixie really not safe from the hands of this man. No other ults needing to be invested, just 1 overclock to rule them all, and now it's gonna be a 4 ult showdown. He's gonna set his Translocator down, not actually hacking the health pack, which is interesting decision, but Hugs just trying to go into the back line and just get shut down. MRJ saying, stay back, you're not allowed in my square. The square of affair. Well, I already have one catchphrase, I guess I'm not add on to the others. MRJ just trying to scout out Hugs again, trying to go into the back line. EMP in from Dews, Valkyrie out from both Vector and Mason as well. Ixie taking out Wolverine and Bamboozle taken out as well. Primal in from Dylan. Wolverine gonna get resurrected. MRJ with another pick. Nano Boost onto Choryobin, while Wolverine gets a swipe from Dylan off into the train tracks. Mason gonna get taken out by Dylan as well. Just Primal, well, Winston kills back and forth like a sinking ship. And Ragnarok now have the key advantage. They already have close to another overclock. They have Primal, but against Pulse Bomb and overclock from Bamboozle gonna come out here. MRJ gonna try and slide out of that line of fire. Vector gonna drop low. MRJ not gonna get taken out. He gets the kill of Bamboozle at the end of his ult. Primal in from Choryobin. Vector gonna get taken out by the kill as well. Hugs does take out Wolverine, but he's gonna get revenge kill. The overclock again from MRJ. Marmalade, Raspberry Jam, because he's clean with it, spreading it all over. Absolute Zero takes out Bamboozle, because why not? And they're able to pick up the first point for Ragnarok. Very good attack. Honestly, kind of saw them struggling at the start, but they were able to pick up the pace. They are not going to swap anything out of their team composition. However, 3 changes coming out for Absolute Zero for the second map. Bamboozled on the Cassidy, Hugs on the Sojourn, and Dylan opting for the Hog, even playing into a Sombra and an Ana. So we'll have to see how that plays out for them during the course of this map. May need to switch it up, or will it force someone into a difficult position.
2, 1.
Actually, almost going with the Ana there, but gonna swap back over onto the Moira. And here we go with point 2. Ragnarok already taking the high ground, while Absolute Zero actually opting to take the middle. So they're just gonna take point control. while forcing every one of Ragnarok to go in, and Choyobin actually going to get hooked in by Dylan, just immediately killed off. Dude's trying to go for the pick onto Hugs, but the Translocator in spawn, he's going to have to get out of there, and that's going to be the point for Absolute Zero. Second time they've capped first, and Dylan again with a nasty pick, and Dude does get the kill on the Vector, but gets taken out. Excuse me, by Hugs immediately after, and Choyobin actually going to swap off the Winston here for a Diva choice, so probably aiming to lock down a little bit more of this Hog, Sojourn, and Cassidy trio, considering that is a lot of pressure that can just be applied in seconds. Gonna get hooked in. Bamboozle takes out Deuce as well on the high ground, just unable to do any damage really before getting taken out. MRJ coming up close to overclock, meanwhile Dylan coming up close with a full Hog. Another hook on the Choyobin. He's going to get D-Max thanks to that stick grenade from Bamboozled, and going to get taken out fully. Resurrection from Mason is pretty good, and MRJ actually going to get the kill. Dylan, though, just immediately says, Choyobin, don't even try it. Whole Hog coming out from him. Vector going to get the Resurrection on the Bamboozled in the meanwhile. Fortunately, Dylan unable to get that hook down onto Mason, and it's going to be a reset for both teams. 66%, it's already 2/3 of the way there for Absolute Zero. Choyobin now on the Hog, trying to no, he's dead. You cannot mirror match it if you're dead. But a nano overclock could be huge. Hugs gets taken out pretty early. EMP from Dudes only hits Bamboozle, but this overclock from MRJ gonna take out two. Gets a third on the Vector. Gonna get a fourth on the Dylan. A nice clean 4K for him, just to sweep up the fight. So 3 ults there for Ragnarok to clean up against the 1 Coalescence involved from Ixie, and Absolute Zero now in a much better place to retake this point and even up the Busan matchup 1-1 going into the final map potentially.
Targets locked. Open fire.
Mason does have Valk trying to keep people alive. Dylan barely missing that hook again. He's just been so close with them. Hugs coming out here with the overclock, looking for the pick onto anyone really, just trying to apply pressure on the left hand side. Hook down from Dylan on the Choyobin. He's going to have to self-heal. Hugs does get taken out by MRJ. Vector though, looking with the Glock, he takes out MRJ. The revenge kill. He gets Mason as well. And going to get the resurrection. Bamboozle just on the right hand side, playing with Dylan. High Noon here, just trying to keep control. That's a bad walk-in from Choyobin. Bamboozled is going to capitalize on that, taking out 3. And that is going to be, I think, the end of it, unless MRJ can somehow touch with Mason with a Valk. Hugs, that was disgusting. And MRJ unable to get there in time. Whole Hog from Dylan in celebration. A lot of ults nearly there for every single side. And now we have 3 more swaps, but this time it's for Ragnarok. They have Mason off the Mercy onto the Lucio, which I think very good decision. Speed on this map is critical. In an inside environment like this, very useful. We're going to have a Hog coming out from Dylan again. Hugs swapping over onto the Reaper. What the flip? Oh, I forgot you could do that with May. Speedy! Speedy! Whee! We're going to have May from Hugs, but he's going to switch over onto the Reaper. Ixie on the Ana, and Choyobin back on the Zarya, with Dooz actually mirroring the Reaper playstyle. So we will have to see how this plays out. Hugs already just trying to walk in. Wow, Dooz going to drop like a fly thanks to Dylan. Both Reapers actually dead. So Vector does have this resurrection on board if they need it. Mason gonna drop low. MRJ gets the pick. That is huge. Canceling out that resurrection, gonna open up this fight a lot more. Mason gonna get hooked and cooked by Dylan. And still back and forth. MRJ just making waves, slides on out after getting bamboozled. Gets bubbled by Choyobin, and now they have a very big advantage here. Already getting up on 60% ult with Overclock and Graviton. Hugs nearly gonna get taken out early there as well. Choryuben just looking to get his energy back up and running. Ixie actually almost has nano here. That's a big anti coming in from Wolverine though. Able to hit 3, including both supports and the tank. Hugs on his way out. Gonna kill himself. Oh no, he's not! Oh, what the flip? What a bamboozle. He's not even bamboozled, but that was unreal. Takes out. Oh, takes out dudes. Choryuben gonna fall as well, and then Dylan thinks he has a chance, but MRJ shredding through that whole hog. What a nuts fight on both the below and the above. Vector gonna swap over onto the carry with Dylan swapping off the hog to try and mirror out the Zarya. There's the Graviton search in from Choryuben. MRJ coming in with the overclock as well, just to maybe wrap up this fight really quickly. Yeah, that is a huge 4K for Mr. Marmalade. Raspberry, again, very simple, very sleek, and delicious. Absolute Zero though, not going to take that without any retaliation. 50% for Ragnarok, both support ults ready to go. But with a Nano and a High Noon both on standby, they should be able to engage well with this next fight. There goes the High Noon from Bamboozle and the Nano from Ixie just to shut off that high ground. And that is going to be a retake for Absolute Zero, just playing off of the scaredness, the hiding aspect of Ragnarok, as if they're about to get jump scared by a Five Nights at Freddy's character. Oh my god, is that Chica? Ah! Terrifying. Gonna be an engage here from both sides. Ragnarok invested sound barrier. Choryuben gonna drop before to get supplied though. Hog's gonna get slapped, and Doo's now gonna have the Death Blossom ready to go. Huge heals from Wolverine just to keep basing up. There's the Death Blossom from Doo's, hitting a lot of Absolute Zero. Ixie gonna drop initially, and Vector and Dylan gonna drop swiftly after. So now, Absolute Zero, they do have the ult advantage again, but they just need to be careful how they invest it. They have the Kiriko Rush, they have the Overclock, they also have a Moira now from Ixie, so a little bit more of a diverse opportunist, trying to keep everyone up on the team while putting in a bit more damage potentially. Mason gonna go down early. There's the Kitsune Rush, and there's the Overclock. Hug's gonna headshot Choryuben really quickly. Dylan gonna pick up 2 for himself. MRJ gonna drop low. Gonna have to swiftly. He's gonna have to swiftly, quickly. Perfect. That's my new word. Swiftly gonna get out of there. And now Dylan only one really with an ult on Absolute Zero. Meanwhile, Wolverine does have Nano. Choryuben 75 on the Graviton. And MRJ already racking up back on that Overclock, which we have seen before has been absolutely devastating. So we'll have to see how they invest it. Playing on the right hand side, walking up the stairs. Big Graviton from Dylan, hits 4. Wolverine, Mason, and Choryuben all gonna fall pretty quick after. Hug's gonna chase down Dooz, and MRJ is gonna be able to get out of there. Now it's coming into final fight territory. Absolute Zero gonna have only really Coalescence and Visor to use here. Meanwhile, Ragnarok have 3 ults, all very devastating. Choryuben already getting a lot of good charge up. Here comes Overclock from MRJ. Looking for any pick possible. Graviton from Choryuben. The combo's huge. Picks up Dylan, picks up Bamboozle. The Coalescence from Ixie. Unable to do much, unfortunately. MRJ just on a tear. With Wolverine nanoing Choryuben as well. That is gonna be the take for Ragnarok. What? Dylan actually touches. I don't think that should not have touched, I think. Bamboozle goes for the Visor, but Jesus right there. No, you cannot say those words. MRJ cleaning up shop with 3-4. Celebratory sound barrier from Mason, and Ragnarok actually gonna take the first map. So the first time they have won on Busan. While that is the 50% win rate now for Absolute Zero. So we'll have to see. But second map, gonna be our hybrid, so stay tuned for a very entertaining second matchup. Here's the high noon from Bamboozled. Just gonna shut down Choyuban and Doos and takes out Wolverine shortly after. So that's map 1. Hopefully I see you guys there for map 2, which is gonna be our hybrid map. So see you guys then. And we are back with map 2. We have ourselves a very strong change-up for both teams. MRJ back in the Sojourn. Doos on the Tracer, with Mason, Wolverine, and Choyuban reprising their roles of Mercy, Anna, and Zari respectively. However, Bamboozled now on the Soldier 76 once more with Hugs on the Sojourn, Ixie and Vecta on the Anna and Mercy, and Dylan on the Ryan, which makes me think we're going to get either probably a King's Row here or an Eichenwald. Yeah, there it is. The land of the British. Aye, bruv, I want a spot of tea. Some crumpet. Love me some of that classic English TV. I sounded more from Manchester. I can't do accents much, but thought I'd try that there. Probably never going to do it again because it's stereotyping. Anyway, map 2, Busan, was taken by Ragnarok in a close 3-set on Busan. Going back and forth, but they were able to pick it up. Looking at the stats here, Absolute Zero playing this map absolutely every week. So 5 weeks for 5, King's Row has been the hybrid map for Absolute Zero. They have only lost it once. So this is a strong contender for being a good map for Absolute Zero. Ragnarok only got 1 win compared to 1 loss. So they're going to be on the attack first, setting into stone the level that Absolute Zero will have to compete for after. Zarya pick is intriguing to me. With an Ana, I would think that they would run maybe something different, but
4, 3, 2, 1.
who knows? We'll have to see how they run.
Defend objective A.
Dudes as well on the trace are probably going to be looking at the back line, and MRJ just being a seriously good contender. And there he goes again. Ixie taken out really early. Vecta is going to get that resurrection down. And Choyobin just going to get caught in a bad position, killing himself. Actually really hard to do in this map. Hug's going to take out MRJ, so in favor of Absolute Zero, 4 versus 5. Choyobin just trying to keep the pressure on, but Hugs with that damage boost is just going to shred through along with Bamboozled, and going to pick up another kill this time onto Mason. Bamboozled gets a bit too aggressive. Actually gets taken out just shy of the shield from Dylan there. And now it's a 4v5. Absolute Zero might just have to play this a little more cautiously. Try and look for an opening pick in order to get him out of there. Hugs and MRJ nearly both trading lives. Shoryuben, again, unable to get the sufficient healing he needed to stay up in the front line to keep that pressure. Dude's on the high ground trying to take out Hugs, but Vecta gonna assist him with pushing him back down the stairs. And Choyobin actually gonna opt for a Winston now. Okay. I like the idea, I'm worried about how it's gonna actually function. Hugs nearly gonna go down to a 1-shot from MRJ, because if you have a damage boost with a fully charged headshot from Sojourn, it immediately kills whoever it hits, squishy-wise. Hog's actually going to pop Overclock, takes out Dudes, takes out MRJ, takes out Choyobin, nearly takes out Mason. And Wolverine going to run for the fields. Really good play there, takes out Dudes with a nice placement with full amount of charge. And it's going to be a reset for Ragnarok, as they have good amount of votes here, 4 to use up against upcoming 4th for Absolute Zero. Just a little bit of back and forth. Nano into Choyobin on the point. Bamboozle gonna get focused down. The electricity doesn't do enough damage, and Dylan opting for a shatter in the backline, picking up both supports on Mason and Wolverine. MRJ gonna trade out with Hugs as he takes out Vecta. Dooz does get the kill into Ixie, so there's no support here for Absolute Zero. However, Choyobin gonna go down, and Dooz now in a doozy of a position. Gonna have to run back to his team. So 2 ults in there from Ragnarok, 3 ults, or 2 ults used by Absolute Zero, and just a level playing field. So. And again, Hugs, another really good early pick. Mason gonna get taken out early doors. No Valkyrie can be used. This fight gonna be maintained for last. And I think Ragnarok are just gonna slowly back out. Just wait for the damage. They're all trying to take the right side. Dylan almost getting that pin. And now it's gonna be a 3 ult fiesta. Hugs coming back up on Overclock. Here comes the visor from Bamboozle. The Overclock from MRJ. Valkyrie out from Mason. Choyobin also using Primal. Both Sojourns kill both soldiers. is a very interesting sentence to say. Valkyrie out from Vecta as well. Hugs nearly coming up on his overclock. Dylan coming up on Shatter. 2 ticks for Ragnarok, but they might struggle. Gonna be able to kill Hugs. Next to sleep there from Wolverine, MVP, MRJ, and Mason gonna get double shattered though. Bamboozle back in the Genji. Wolverine actually does take out Dylan, but then starts tapping on Bamboozle's head. And Hugs with the overclock gonna be able to solidify that win with Douche trying to get that final touch on Sombra, but really close fight. And now Bastion Maker. Okay, this is just a common fact about me. I have very few actual jokes or sayings or anything like that when it comes to commentary, but one of them is Bastion Maker. Now, it may look ridiculous on paper, however, it is absolutely incredible on a few maps. Long range damage, high intake pressure, just so much sustainability with Ana, Mercy, and Orion. Like, oh, it is such a good comp. I don't know why, but it functions so well. Dues on the Sombra might be able to shut it down if he's able to get a pick on the Hugs or Bamboozled, because as a giant robotic man and a thin, small French woman, it is or not man. Wait, no, he's a robot. Yeah, let's bypass the fact that I did just say that Bastion is a man, but he's a robot. He's in fact a robot. So same original composition. Same composition coming out for Ragnarok. However, Absolute Zero gonna be running Bastion Maker, which is incredible. Bamboozled and Dylan just gonna flipping both charge and bomb out of there. Jeez. He gets the hack, that he gets attacked, and now his health flatlines. After that impact, Bastion from Bamboozled shreds through. Vecta is going to get taken out. Hugs with a huge headshot on Wolverine. Only Mercy heals now, already 55 and growing percentage. Hugs going to get targeted by MRJ, actually going to get taken out. Drioba going to get dropped by Bamboozled as well. MRJ with 3 though. Dylan just swinging for the fences now, hits 2 for Fire Strike. Oh my goodness, this man. What was that? Wow. That was hectic yet quick. Really fast fight there for Absolute Zero, but they are going to pick up the first win for them of this best of 5. King's Row continuing to be their flawless map. And it shows 4-1, 80% win rate now. Good hybrid map for them and a good overall fan favorite. Here we have MRJ on that last attack just before the end of the game. Sees Hugs for a split second, just absolutely offloads on him. Intentional kill on Bamboozled, and then takes out Ixie as well. So very good plays there from both teams. We will see you back here with map 3 in a 1-1 drawn series so far. We have a substitution as well. We have Nadia coming on instead of Mason, RIP for now. So Mercy player coming in for another Mercy player almost. We have MRJ taking on Genji. We have Duz taking on Widow, Choyubin on the Winston, and Nadia and Wolverine back on the Mercy Ana. Meanwhile, we have Ashe, Sojourn, Sigma, Moira, Mercy from AZ. So third choice of an escort map is going to be Dorado. Map you don't see too often chose, honestly. It's I would say a very mid-term, you know, escort map. Not like personal preference, you know, like, sorry, but just saying. So we'll have to see how this goes down. Third map being Dorado. This is a very, very favorable matchup for Ragnarok. Played it twice, won it twice. Meanwhile, Absolute Zero have not even played it in the Scrim game series. So this is a first for them. And going up against an undefeated team on this map might be hard enough and could prove difficult. So we'll have to see how they may break through the barrier. And Ragnarok on the attacking side again at the start, looking for maybe a more of a high ground hold than anything, and a bit of dive coordination between Genji and Winton over what. So need to see how well Hug's already racking up a huge amount of ult charge. It's been 15 seconds and he's already 25% on it. Duz on the Widow looking for an early pick. Hug's actually going to be the first one to get it on an MRJ. Choyubin going to jump in with him as well. Nadia going to drop low. Choyubin going to get stunned out. The tree blocks him. And Dylan going to get the kill. Bamboozle trying to take a 1v1 with Duz. Maybe not the smartest decision. Barely avoiding death there. Dylan going to get slapped out by Wolverine. Getting out big and tie onto Hugs and Vecta. Huge Mr. J. Picking up a huge dash to triple shuriken. Bamboozle taking out. That's a high ground advantage point. Gone for Absolute Zero. They now have to retreat. Slowly but surely. Choyubin though trying to close in that space. Dylan using the suck. That's what I call it. I can't really like excretion. That's also a bad term. I don't know. Just sucky suck will do. Trying to survive back out. Bamboozled back in the rain of things, but already getting a hard amount of pressure applied. Ragnarok already close on Captain's first point here. Hug's gonna take out Wolverine. Choyubin, MRJ does have the blade, takes out two immediately. A huge pickup. Nearly gets the third. Vecta's Valkyrie cancelled out. That's a huge pick. Bamboozle. Oh! Bamboozle taken out as well. The headshot from Duz. Ixie actually with the coalescence and it's just gonna get cancelled. She tries to contest, but the shutdown from MRJ opens up the advantage point. And that is a quick 1.5 to 2 minute push for Ragnarok. Already 4.5 minutes left for them to get it to second point, which is a very healthy time bank with 4 ults to boot. Speaking of which, there goes the primal. Dylan does have gravitational flux, but he's getting a lot of pressure applied down from MRJ, and he's going to get taken out. Hug's almost going to get taken out as well, but he's going to get the revenge for his fallen brethren, Dylan, and from Vecta, who's taken out by Choyubin as well. Nadia going to fly on over, resurrect MRJ. They're going to take the high ground. Bamboozled now on the Reaper as well. Interesting choice, trying to take the one-on-one with Mr. Do, who takes him out. Nadia just going to get solo flux. Dylan has had enough of the Mercy shenanigans. You raise me up so I can slam your face down. Exactly how the song goes, don't look it up. Vecta as well just had enough. Duz antics and takes him out with Mercy Glock, which is beautiful. Does get taken out by Choyubin, who then gets taken out by Bamboozled. Just a revenge syndrome is what is kicked in. Vector actually swapping over onto the brig. So, no more Mercy Pocket for Hugs or Bamboozled. Bamboozled having to try and get out of there. Healed back up by Ixie. Nano Blade is imminent though with a Valkyrie to boot against Overclock. Here it comes. Oh my goodness, everything to boot. Bamboozled dead. Vector dead. Dylan cut. Hugs destroyed. MRJ again with a 4K. He gets 4Ks. A 5K. No, oh, never mind. He's just the GOAT. Making everyone on Absolute Zero look like paper mache. With his machete cutting them down. I know it's a katana, but get right. AZ are going to go for the contest here. Dylan on the Hog. Instead of the Sigma, oh, dude takes out Pixie. Early on, no more Coalescence chance for building up. Dylan does get a revenge support kill, and Hugs does pop Overclock, so Ragnarok probably going to run scared. MRJ actually saying, no, I'm going to try and challenge it with the deep left, not able to get any value. Wolverine does get resurrected in the fight as well, but News is going to get taken out. Choyobin going to get demacked. Self-destruct is the choice. Going to get the remake in. The fight is currently just so dysfunctional. Hugs and Bamboozle going to take the 2v2 against Nadia and MRJ on the high ground. Bamboozle forgot it exists. Almost gets punished for this life. Big hook from Dylan. Huge defense hit from Choyobin, but that whole Hog is just having none of that. He's going to take out 2 and... Oh, huge dodge from Nadia on the hook as well. She is going to get finished off though, so... 3k for Dylan and a real reset for Ragnarok, who 3 minutes down on their time bank, almost at the second point. MRJ already coming back up to another blade along with Nadia Valk, and a Wolverine Nano could be imminent, but Vector with the rally and Bamboozled with the Death Blossom could cause carnage if anyone tries to touch that point. Dude's trying to pick off Ixie. His crosshair looks so weird to me, but it works! Takes out Hugs. As Choyobin flies up onto the high ground to provide any additional support that might have been needed. Bamboozle goes in with the Death Blossom. Takes out Dooz and Nadia on the high ground. And I think that is just going to be the reset for Ragnarok. Only really one more fight left. Choyobin, critical HP. MRJ going to get taken out. Big sleep from Wolverine. Oh, Ixie, come on. We are mature adults here, come on. Teabagging your own teammate?
No one can hide.
You know what? Fair enough. Bamboozle flipping jump scares. Dooz with the infrasight. Not able to pick up the kill. 10 seconds left. Valkyrie gonna go down from Nadia. MRJ with the blade. Dooz with the kill to Bamboozle. Vector tries to use rally, but unable to do anything with it. Ixie gonna get taken out as well. There's no Nano available due to that early kill, but Nadia gonna resurrect him up. Dooz takes out Hugs with the headshot. And even with 2 ults to boot, Ragnarok gonna be able to pick up that second point, so they are not down and out of it yet.
Enhancing your strength.
Still have Bamboozled now onto the Genji and Hugs onto the Tracer, which before did prove decently well. Choyobin gonna get hooked in by Dylan. We kind of saw this first map round on Busan. Second point. Dylan gonna get anti-Hugs again, trying to apply that backline pressure. We do have a Coalescence here from Ixie and a Hog from Dylan, so both ults available for AZ. It's gonna go in with an aggressive engagement. Dooz gets the headshot onto Hugs. MRJ takes out Ixie as well. Dooz takes out Vector. 3 down. Both supports lost for AZ. Dylan gonna drop quickly after, and Bamboozled, wherever he may be, is struggling to get out, but he's barely gonna be able to get out of there. Hugs, however, not gonna meet the same fate. He's gonna meet his demise. Dooz getting that final shot onto him. Bamboozle had enough of Dooz's antics trying to apply pressure onto the Widow. 15 seconds left. All of a sudden, Nadia comes up to help with the Glock as well. It's carnage on the high ground. Meanwhile, on the low ground, Shoryuben gonna get D-Mac. Wolverine still with Nano, unable to use. Infrasight gonna get popped, the best ult in the game. MRJ gonna pop away, gonna take out 2. Both supports dead. Valkyrie from Nadia just to keep everyone alive. Now Bamboozle with his own blade hitting MRJ 4 times. Just getting the kill. 2 on point. Mercy pocketed Diva. Who knows? Oh! Bamboozle gets remake. Dylan takes Shoryuben out before he actually gets the remake. Nano Mercy! Everything's coming out of here. Absolute carnage. Vector coming up to a rally. Not gonna need it. Shoryuben is well close on death, or close on self-destruct, but Dylan picking up a final 3k to seal the deal on that last point. And now we'll have to see how do Absolute Zero retaliate. Well, with what the flip am I looking at? Torbjorn, Ashe, Orisa, Bap, Zen. Huh. Okay. That's a weird one. MRJ gonna be running the Soldier, Shoryuben gonna be running the Sig, and that's the only switches from Ragnarok between their attack and defense, but Absolute Zero are running what looks to be mystery heroes in this. Like, Torb? I don't know. Torb and Zen are both some of the easiest targets to hit, and especially with high ground advantage, you're just gonna get torn through if you only have really got Bap heals. So I foresee a pretty squickle. Was that the word I used before? I think so. Anyway, pretty sure we'll see a few swaps for AZ if their current composition does not meet the standards that they hope to. They might just be going for high amounts of damage, but against a pocketed Soldier 76 and a Widow on the high ground, I'm guessing that this is going to be slightly tough to crack through, especially with a Sigma shield to back it up. MRJ already slicing through Dylan's health like it was cheese. Helix hugs as well. That's a really good early pick for them. There's no mercy for Absolute Zero, and it is going to cause travesty. MRJ with another onto Vector. Dylan barely going to get out of there as Ixie falls. Oh, never mind, Dylan, you cannot run. You are dead. MRJ holding this high ground. 3 kills inside 40 seconds. Make that 4 in 45 seconds. He's got Nadia right behind his back, cheering him on. Vector not able to get out of there. MRJ with another Elim. Dylan now on the Winston. Bamboozled now on the Genji. And Vector and Ixie already off that Zen Bab composition for a Ana Mercy. So mirroring the same support line, just a few change-ups. Dylan gonna try and jump in there, gets rocked, gets antied, nearly gets killed off. Bamboozled again, taken out by Helix, and MRJ with a visor on the high ground, takes out Hugs, nearly takes out Dylan fully as well. Vector is gonna get the resurrection on Dylan on cart, but I think that's probably just gonna be a bit of a stagger for both. Shoryuben getting a good amount of ult charge here, gonna have gravitational flux for next fight. Ixie gonna get taken out by the headshot. Same with Bamboozled. Dudes absolutely cracking the heads open like they are eggs. We could make an omelet with what Ragnarok are doing. Slicing HP like it was cheese, cracking heads like they're eggs, like literally perfect omelet. Hugs now taking on the Widow. Really close shot there. Infrasight, the best ult in the game, for your information. Look at that. Dude picks up Hugs, trying to contest that ult. Big shield coming out there from Shoryuben as well, while Dylan using Primal in the backline, trying to cause a bit of mayhem. Which he isn't even playing Junkie Queen, which is her voice line. Ixie taken out by Shoryuben as well, and Dylan gonna get taken out. And again, Vector taken out by MRJ. Is gonna get retaliated by Hugs on the high ground. Able to get a good pick, but Nadia does have that resurrection on standby, and with no pressure, no problems. Gonna get that right back up, ready for the fight to continue. Dylan now on the Diva, for AZ. Already dropping low, like Dylan is just getting focused down so hard. Huge gravitational flux from Choyobin, picks up 3. Bamboozle goes in with the blade, picks up Wolverine, but unfortunately dies immediately after. 3 picks up for Ragnarok, 2 for AZ. Nadia barely gonna survive. Dylan trying to find her, but able to escape his grasp, and he's gonna get taken out by MRJ. Now 3 ults ready for Ragnarok. Nano Visor Valkyrie. If they hold this high ground, this could be the end of this third map. Nadia gonna drop low again. Barely gonna survive. 20 seconds left for Absolute Zero. They do have 2 ults. Bamboozle did hear the flick, but take it out early. Dooz is in a very big spot of trouble. Gonna get taken out by Hugs. Visor on the high ground from MRJ. Nano Visor not able to get any picks. Ryuben does get the kill onto Vecta. There is a contest here though from Ixie. Somehow Dooz does get resurrected, but immediately taken out by Bamboozle. Nadia popping the Valkyrie just to try and keep everyone up. Gets a kill onto Bamboozle using the Glock, but the pressure's now applied on the point. Hugs on the Tracer. Ixie takes out Choyobin. Nadia and Wolverine both fall immediately after. And Absolute Zero gonna turn this one around. That final touch from Ixie. 3 dead for her team. And she comes in clutch getting that final touch. Vecta as well, killing off MRJ. What is it with Mercy's killing Soldier 76? Like, what? Really, statistically, that should not work, but yep, this game is just an anomaly. Coming in though, Bamboozled on 60 with Visor, Hugs with 50 on Pulse, and Dylan with Self-Destruct. In for sight for Dooz, the best ult in the game. Self-Destruct out from Dylan, isn't able to get anything, does get the remake onto Choyobin. And Dooz does get the kill onto Hugs in probably the most embarrassing way apart from the Sleep Dart, aka Venomine. MRJ as well, back on the terrifying Sojourn, which we have seen countless times. Gonna have to get out of there. Dooz is gonna get picked up by Dylan. Dylan is now taking on a much more aggressive role. Meanwhile, Choyobin, Gravitational Flux on the Bamboozled and Ixie. Dylan gonna try and help peel out from Bamboozled using his defense matrix, but is gonna lose his mech in doing so. And Bamboozled gonna get taken out anyway. Wolverine actually gonna get taken out by Hugs, was low HP. Nadia might go for the resurrection, but Dylan now is useless as a paper towel, a wet paper towel. Flimsy. MRJ actually missing that shot. Dylan gonna become a full toilet roll, able to get back in his mech and start rolling out. Hugs did get taken out by Choyobin, but the pressure is still there for AZ. They have the advantage. Dooz gonna get taken out by Ixie and Dylan. Coordinated dive. Bamboozle using Visor, getting stuck behind a car. Isn't that always with us on the traffic? 0.12 meters. MRJ does get taken out. Choyobin with a huge rocket and Bamboozle. Dylan just trying to focus down, almost has another self-destruct ready to go. Takes out Dooz with the help of Hugs. Nice Sleep Dart, but Hugs cleaning up shop. Takes out Wolverine as well. 20 seconds left. Self-destruct gonna go up, causing enough of a gap. The C9. MRJ does take out Dylan before he gets back in mech. But Choyobin falls, and that is gonna be a final reset for Ragnarok. Dylan back in mech. Ixie and Hugs both with their ults on standby. However, another gravitational flux and a nano overclock is on the horizon for Ragnarok. Overclock, Ragnarok. I don't wear socks. Banger chin. Dooz also on the Sombra. Dylan though takes out early Nadia. Main heal's gone. Nano onto the Sigma, but both supports are gone for Ragnarok. All AZ really needs to do now is have a lot of contention on the cart. They would be able to move it past this corner, I think, if they had 3 on it. Choyobin still going to survive. Good hack onto Hugs from Dooz. MRJ looking. Oh my goodness! Just kills Hugs in an instant. And the overclock comes in as well. Picks up another one on the Vecta. Dooz going to clean up Bamboozle and Ixie, and Dylan just going to get taken as well. Combined 5k for Ragnarok's DPS, and now they have a good situation. 35 seconds left for AZ. Absolute Zero in an absolute predicament with no ults ready to go. Hugs trying to force out Dues, but they have EMP and they have Valkyrie. They are gonna need to try and get a pick or something to open up the gap a little bit, because this Ragnarok defense is a tight clock. It will keep ticking until you pull a gear out. Wolverine on the Lucio as well, maybe to try and support the speed. On the cart, getting looked at hardcore, but not enough. Hack goes down onto Vector. Big EMP from Dues, hits everyone on AZ. Valkyrie coming out from Nadia. MRJ apparently boops Dylan's back. Choyobin picks up 2, 3. MRJ with another kill onto Dylan, but Choyobin cleaning up shop. 4 for him. Ults are in favor of AZ, but they have no one to touch. And that is going to be a really close finish to map 3 on Dorado, with Ragnarok maintaining their perfect win streak on Dorado. Really clean final play there from EMP from Dues, and Choyobin just able to pick up all those final blows. I think if AZ just weren't running those bizarre comps at the start, they might have been able to do it, but they picked up pace. Then like here with Dylan, whole hog. Still don't know how that works. Anyone could explain that to me and I would not even understand it. Nano Mercy, why not? Wolverine gonna get taken out, and then Nadia trying to contest for as long as possible, but unable to do so. So 2-1 in favor of Ragnarok. We will see you for map 4, which could decide the series. Welcome back everyone to Absolute Zero versus Ragnarok. We have map 4 coming up now, with Bamboozled back on the Cassidy, Hugs back on the Sojourn, Dylan back on the Reinhardt, and Ixie and Vecta back on the Ana and Mercy respectively. So as we saw first map, 3 similarities. This time both supports are the same, and Sojourn mirrored. However, all Dues is back on Dues is back on the Sombra, and Choyobin back on the Zarya. And this is going to be our push map, so either Esperanza, New Queen Street, or Colosseum appropriate name. It's going to be New Queen Street, the Canadian map set in the heart of the frosty environment. Although, as a man who's going there in about a month's time, I'm going to tell you now, it's not as cold as it looks, okay? Like 28, 30 degrees Celsius, that ain't chilly. That is far from chilly. It's definitely not the country chilly, it's just not like chilly as in cold. Anyway, getting back into it, New Queen Street gonna be the choice. Absolute Zero and Ragnarok, actually neither with a positive record. Tim Hortons, oh my goodness, it's a Tim Hortons joke. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that. Oh, that's funny. Right, anyway. Only really realized that now. I think I've seen that several times and never put two and two together. My goodness. Anyway, Ragnarok currently 1-1 on this map, while Absolute Zero actually had the choice of picking a push map, and they went with one that they are 1-2. So they have won this map once, lost it twice. So we'll have to see how they make it work. Same sort of situation as King's Row, second map, which was won by Absolute Zero. They are running the exact same composition for the most part when they defended. Apart from Bamboozled, who's on the Cassidy instead of the Soldier. But with an early pick on Wolverine like that, I'm pretty sure it's working well. Choyobin barely going to get that bubble off before Dylan charges in, but he's just going to get focused on hard. Nice pocket from Nadia, but it's not enough. Bamboozled getting the final blow onto him. Dylan going to get focused on by MRJ. But Bamboozled, my goodness, man, is hitting his shots as he misses 3. Already 65% on High Noon. A minute gone, and Absolute Zero have absolute control of the situation. Superior ult charge in nearly every industry, and another early pick, this time on the Doos, courtesy of Dylan. Just taking that space, holding out that main stretchway, really only giving Ragnarok one of two directions to come from. The side that they can see, or the right side that they can just easily rotate around. So this Reinhardt is just locking out a lot of damage coming in from Ragnarok and allowing Absolute Zero to tear through most of the defenses. MRJ able to break it down slowly but surely. Anti-down on Dylan, and the hack. Hug's going to get taken out, but going to get resurrected back up. He's going to get taken out again though. Choyobin going to get pinned against the payload or objective. I don't even know what it is. What even is it? It looks like a giant ice pack. Nano boost down from Ixie onto Bamboozled. Takes out Choyobin with the help of Dylan as well. Nadia going to get the resurrection onto Choyobin, but Shattered Dying is going to take him out immediately. And 2 ults from AZ, and Dylan and Bamboozled are flipping bleeding shot. Literally every final blow for this map so far has only been like MRJ and Choyobin, and then only been Dylan and Bamboozled. They are performing exceptionally. 5 ults though for Ragnarok, which is a massacre. Hugs finally getting on the board with a final blow, and a lot of good position and getting that pick onto MRJ. Bamboozled does have High Noon ready to use here, maybe along with the Valkyrie. MRJ going to get resurrected by Nadia. Hugs going to get the kill with the gravitational orb. And High Noon from Bamboozled just shutting out the space. Actually could have gotten a shot there. Not going to be able to hit anyone, but Choyobin's still in a difficult position. Nano boost down from Wolverine, but Hugs takes him out. Overclock comes in, able to pick up 2. Choyobin and Dewey's picks up Izzy, but Hugs pops up with 4. And this might just be the perfect for Absolute Zero. They have Shatter coming up, they have Nano. They may not have their Cassidy, but they have a good amount of space to work with. Already not even 4 minutes in. And this could be the end. Valkyrie coming out from Nadia, Lucio out from Wolverine, trying to recontest. Overclock from MRJ as well. 3 ults invested. MRJ takes it Vecna. High in the sky. Don't you dare try and trespass on my territory. He's going to get 3, a 4th with the help of Nadia. Dylan actually shatters on the payload. Not able to get enough kills though. Does take out Wolverine and Choyobin. But just struggles to get the final few meters there. So 4 minutes gone. Absolute Zero absolutely terrifying in a position such as this one. Nearly a full way there in one swift push. Squiggly. Nadia and Wolverine, my goodness, bamboozled again this time, really showing up the Cassidy, proving effective. Sombra on the back line, Douche trying to look for any pick possible, but gonna have to translocate after getting pressurized by 3 members of Absolute Zero. Looking again for the hack and attack onto Ixie, but again, Hugs is there to help. Dylan gonna pick up 2. Translocator in a bad position. MRJ in the Gravitron. Gravitron? That's not the thing. Graviton. Choyobin picks up 3. Bamboozle just said, I'm not fighting this, and give up immediately. Which I think is potentially the most reasonable ideas. They did get it slightly further, like 0.2 meters, which is still, progress is progress. You can't defy that at all. Dooz gets the nice pick onto Ixie, and Ragnarok might finally be able to make some progression. Dooz again takes out Vector this time. Both supports dead for Absolute Zero. This is the time for Ragnarok to make their offense. MRJ takes out Dylan, takes out Hugs, takes out Bamboozle technically, says hello, thank you for conceding your life to die. And Ragnarok finally on the board with some distance and with a good amount of ults on the standby. Ixie gets the sleep dart onto Nadia, but Dooz and MRJ are both there to come and help out, protecting her from imminent destruction. So Nanoblade nearly there, 70% on Nano. Val coming up with EMP and a Blade, however. Heinen from Bamboozled, Hugs, Dylan, and Vector nearly with Overclock, Shatter, and Valkyrie as well. This could be an early Shatter opportunity as long as EMP doesn't go out. Pick by pick, Ixie goes down for the sacrifice of Dooz. Nadia tries to keep out of the air, but Hugs shoots her down fast. Wolverine tries to hide in the shadows like Batman, but unfortunately he doesn't have really his own theme song. And Bamboozled takes out MRJ. That's going to be a reset for Ragnarok, but not having to use any ults, while Absolute Zero did invest Overclock and swapping over onto the Ana, or off of the Ana onto the Moira for Ixie. So probably looking to try and shred through a little bit of this D.Va and Genji defense matrix and deflect. Impenetrable damage unless you have a shield, which currently no one has. Dooz looking for the hack. Vector gonna pop an early Valkyrie. Here comes the Nano Blade though from MRJ. Unable to get the finisher. Bamboozle is gonna get taken out. Dylan tries to land the Shatter, unable to do so. I'm gonna drop swiftly to Choyobin. 2 ults for Ragnarok and a supreme win, having getting 2 ults out of AZ, availing to nothing, and that's 2 good staggers. MRJ pushing in. Just gonna get out of there before getting taken out. Dylan trying to push in. Bamboozled actually Choyobin in a really forward position, takes him out. Barely gonna be able to stay in mech thanks to the help of Nadia. And now Ragnarok's gonna finally be able to push again off of their 39-meter initial retake. Hugs with that damage, was trying to regain his ult charge. Here comes the EMP onto both supports. Vector gonna drop Ixie critical. Dooz does get taken out. 180 high noon. The skill needed to do that is a flick of the wrist. MRJ gonna drop self-destruct out from Choyobin, but it's only gonna get Bamboozled. Still a pick. Does get taken out. Dylan gonna help with the coessence from Ixie. 3 ults in from Ragnarok and only 2 in from Absolute Zero, and yeah, that's gonna be a retake for them. They do get the res off, but Hugs gonna get taken out along with Dooz, so 4 on 4 until both DPS get back into the fight. Do have Overclock coming in for Hugs for Absolute Zero, and MRJ having Blade on standby. Nadia on the Kiriko now. First time we've seen a swap up from her. And Wolverine back on that Lucio in an intimidation tactic to get back. MRJ gets destroyed by the sticky bomb, sticky grenade, and the weird hex thing. Hugs popping Overclock. Wolverine and Dooz both gonna drop very quickly. MRJ, that's a really key pick. Blades coming in here from MRJ. This might be the opportunity to retake. Joy Open does get the kill on the Bamboozle. Don't gonna get hacked. He does have Shatter. Is he gonna use it? Yes, he does. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna die for it. Because I think he's done that every single time. Hugs actually somehow kills 2, which is miraculous. But every time they get to that final bit, they can't help themselves. They have to do it. They have to enclose Ragnarok like they are animals in a cage, and then they need to let them just go insane by how much pressure and damage they're offloading down onto their resources. Critical health 24/7. Dudes on the back line like a shadow in the night. Bamboozled, dead by Nadia, but Hugs and Dylan retaliate in an unimaginable fashion. NRJ and Troy Open though also fight back, taking out the 2 revenge kills. Vector and Ixie gonna get taken out by Troy Open and MRJ too. Must say, the 2 of them, high amounts of kills this game. But Ragnarok now need a perfect, flawless attack by not overcommitting any resources. They need to try and force out Valk, High Noon, an upcoming Coalescence, and an Overclock with only EMP, Self-Destruct, and Sound Barrier, but they do have Blade and Cine coming up. High Noon coming out from Bamboozled. Counteracted Sound Barrier coming in from Wolverine, but it's not enough to cancel out the damage. Nice flick from Bamboozled. Might not be enough here. EMP coming down onto Bamboozled and onto Dylan. Both of them barely going to survive. MRJ taken out by Ixie. Dude's going to take out Dylan. Troy Open with 2. Self-Destruct takes out Bamboozled and Ixie. The Shatter might just go down. Takes out Troy Open out of mech immediately. And Absolute Zero are sending this to a Game 5 set. Cleaning up shop off of that first initial 129 meter push. And they are not going down without a fight. No chill. Literally none. No pun intended. I thought that was cool. Was it cool? Wait, no. But an incredible attack strat coming out there from Absolute Zero. Ragnarok able to grasp it back a little bit at the end, but not able to fully get a headshot from MRJ on the Vector. Hugs just taken out immediately. There goes the nano from Ixie and Shatter from Dylan, but unable to get the payload as Nadia comes in with the assistance. So, 2-2, final game, final map, another control map. Hopefully you guys stay with us to see the conclusion of this epic best of 5. See you then. Welcome back, everybody, to the final match of Absolute Zero versus Ragnarok. This is such a good game. 2-2 is the score currently going into our Game 5 scenario. Bamboozled, Hugs, Dylan, Ixie, and Vecta, and MRJ, Deuce, Choyobin, Nadia, and Wolverine gonna go up against each other for the final time this week, this game. And we have our final map decided as Li Zhang Tar. Now, fan favorite again, I think, according to control maps as far as they go. However, as we just saw, AZ are playing Sim. Ragnarok are not, I'm pretty sure, as long as I saw that right. They are playing Absolute Zero are playing Reaper, Sim, Ryan, Anna, Mercy, while Ragnarok are playing Sojourn, Reaper, Winston, Bap, Lucio. So, little bit of a different setup when it comes to it. This is the 5th time that Ragnarok have played this map in the Overwatch Scrim game series. Meanwhile, it is the 2nd time Absolute Zero have played this map. But the only time they have played it, they have won. So, we will have to see how this goes down. MRJ initially on the Symmetra. I think TPing out of spawn would save a bit of time, but you've got Reaper, you've got Lucio, you've got Winston. Maybe there's no need.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
So here we go. Map 5. Final map on the closest indoor. Oh no, it's not even. It's the Tar. And TP straight on the point. There is the ultra usage of playing Symmetra on this map. TP straight up. If the other team doesn't have a sim, you're more than likely 99% of the time gonna take the objective. Initially, you might not get the objective, like the percentage might you might not capture it. However, it just depends. So Ragnarok just playing around the fact that Absolute Zero have a little bit more of a slow comp. Ixie actually going to get taken out really early. Choyobin sees the opportunity to dive on the Vecta. No resurrection now available for Ixie. And Dylan going to get booped off by Wolverine. Claws into the back of the Reinhardt. Deuce kills Bamboozled as well. Now just Vecta and Hugs looking for as much ult charge as possible. Wolverine with another. 3-man environmental. Nuts. Lucio in one word. Nuts. Huge play from Wolverine, picking up 3 boot kills there. Not one that you would actually see in this map more so. It's more on Garden you would see it, but hey, all for it. TP from AZ, straight back at the point. Simple play style, just like the alphabet. Very easy to sustain. There goes Overclock. There goes Shatter from Dylan. Picking up 2 kills, makes that a 3rd. MRJ, the first time he's used Overclock this whole set, and it hasn't availed to anything. Got taken out so quick. Back to using Valkyrie in there as well, kind of helping to keep everyone on AZ up. And Hugs with the Great Wall of India coming in to keep every bit of damage out from Ragnarok that potentially threatened Dylan getting his Shatter cancelled, or even worse, getting someone killed. So 55% now for AZ, double Ragnarok's capture. But the ult advantage is heavily in favor. Dylan already 75% back up on Shatter. Questions in from Ixie. We have we have Window, we have Beat Drop, we have Primal, we have Death Blossom. There goes Beat Drop. There goes Blossom of Deuce. Shatter done from Dylan, but he gets killed out anyway. No more ults really needed for Ragnarok. They used the Window early on in the fight as well. Wolverine and Choyobin finish up Ixie and Hugs, and 84% for AZ. So again, really one more fight could solidify their first map and one step closer to taking the series 3-2. Who the flip is on point? Bamboozled just TP'd straight on. Vecta trying to help him out. Dylan just suicides with Nadia. Absolute Giga Chad move, if I've ever seen one. Probably worth it in the overall picture, but we'll see. And Hugs now just mirroring onto that Sojourn. So same DPS again. The thing about these two teams is that they have ran similar comps nearly the whole way through. Apart from really Dorado, which was interesting to say the least for AZ's first attack. But they have the ults to use here. Hugs trying to get the pick onto MRJ. He's barely going to get the Mega, trying to get targeted down by Bamboozled and by Ixie. Going to get taken out. Primal in from Choyobin to try and help. Deuce takes out 2. Dylan just get the pin kill into Wolverine, trying to help Vector out of there. He's going to get focused down by Choyobin. Barely going to survive on 1 HP. Is going to get eventually taken out. Shatter down from... That is a huge shatter. 2, but MRJ says no way. Overclock to save the freaking day. Death Blossom from Bamboozled picks up 2, but MRJ picks up 4. I take your 2 kills and I double them. And I say, we are going to beat you in this game. 1 more point remaining for Ragnarok. That is all they need to achieve the win over AZ, the second team placed right now. Potentially to knock them further down into similar range if they get this win. We have 4 switches from the starting lineup for AZ. Roadhog, Moira from Ixie, Hugs on the Pharah, and Bamboozled on the Sojourn. So, kind of switching between the two, like, who do I go? Who do I go? You don't go Sim because it is Garden from the looks of it, and especially against Lucio, you do not want to TP on this one. But Pharah in the night sky, not really going to have many threats apart from Sojourn and Nadia's Baptiste. That is a really good early hook in from Dylan. Takes out Nadia. MRJ going to have to back out, get the mega health pack, but that allows it. MRJ. I thought he died and he hadn't. Dylan with another kill. Other support gone for Ragnarok. Wolverine falls. MRJ just trying to look for a pick. Gonna drop low again. Back to nearly getting taken out, but now AZ have the pressure. They get the hook onto Choyobin, but he's able to jump out of there before he falls. Hugs on the Tracer now instead of the Pharah. Just switching off of that quickly. Dylan gonna get the hook environmental onto MRJ. Enabling him just to keep his team protected. Doesn't want anyone passing over this bridge. He is the keeper, and anyone on Ragnarok that crosses over it are trolls. Not literally or figuratively, just like mythical trolls, you know? Ragnarok switching over for Choyobin onto the Diva and taking the right hand side, but already a tough position to be in. A lot of damage being poured through from Absolute Zero. MRJ does have Overclock ready to go, but with critical HP, he's going to need that mini health pack. Gonna get taken out by Bamboozled anyway, and Dylan's sending everyone flying high. Nearly gets booped by Mr. Wolverine once more. He's gonna try and get his way out of there. And is able to do so without losing his life, which is always an added bonus in Overwatch. MRJ, Nadia, and Wolverine all have their ults on standby, but Absolute Zero have the ults to counter it. Pulse Bomb eaten by Choyobin. Yum, 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 yum. Give me that Pulse Bomb, boy. Delicious. Coalescence in from Ixie. Bamboozled in with the Overclock. Beat drop. Coalescence. Literally. Valkyrie out from Vector. Every ult nearly getting infiltrated. Or getting infiltrated? Getting used in the fight. Dude's trying to look for the double kill. Able to get it onto Ixie. Now Ragnarok with 3 ults. There is another Death Blossom from Deuce. That's a 4K for him in that one fight, and Wolverine getting a little boop onto Vector just to send him on his way. So MRJ still holding on. Choyobin also still holding on. But Absolute Zero are 99. The first time we have seen 99 in a long while. Choyobin gonna get hooked in early. Maybe gonna look for the self-destruct. Just gonna fly out of there. Dylan close on Whole Hog again. The boob almost getting him off. Really need to be careful. Wolverine literally will jump at any moment. And he has and he has self-regeneration. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get why he's Lucio. Bamboozle trying to make his way on the point with effective damage boost, looking for an attempted kill at Wolverine, but unable to get it. Nice hook from Dylan. That's an early blow from Ragnarok. Self-destruct in from Choyobin. One shot from Dylan. Oh my god. Oh no, that was so clean. I feel for him. Hugs takes out Doos and gets the finishing blow on the Nadia, and that is gonna be oh, wait a minute. Wolverine jumps on the point and just whee! Nearly hits like a Tony Hawk skateboarding move. And it is down. This game is down to the wire. MRJ did not get a chance to use his ult really at all that map. And now 3 swaps. 3, one of them critical. Bamboozled Hugs, mirroring the matchup of DPS on, I've said odds, oods, and now doos and doos. Doos. Reaper, Sojourn. Choyobin choosing Orisa. Now, as most people know, Orisa on this map is decent. But against a Hog, it is even better. Without an Ana, without any sleep utility, without any anti-potential, Hog can basically run wild, apart from the fact that it's just a lot of damage. So, we will have to see. MRJ already on 25 ult, somehow. Choyobin, there it is, self-breather, gone. Spear knocks it out of him. It's like someone slapping the drink out of an alcoholic's hand. No more drinking, it's bad for you. Stop it. Bamboozle gonna go in. It is just a massacre on point. MRJ and Doos both gonna take out Dylan, Ixie, and Bamboozled. Hugs and Vector both gonna have to try and sprint out of there. Both with 80% on their ults, but MRJ and Choyobin and even Wolverine all coming up to their own for the second fight. So Ragnarok early take. We've seen this exact thing before. They lost the point the first 2 maps on Control and Busan. Then they won the first one on the final point, and they won the best of 3. So we will have to see. They lose Nadia early on, but Vector taken out by MRJ. Such a good player, honestly. Has to be the MVP highlight reel. The nominee that everyone is looking at. Dylan on the Orisa as well, but Doos and MRJ are causing havoc. Choyobin finishing off Dylan. Ixie getting taken out by MRJ, and now it is a quick retake for Ragnarok. 4 ults nearly ready to go, and 21% is the expenditure they have had to pay. A price worth paying, I would say. Choyobin gonna drop low, gonna have to fortify himself, and here goes Absolute Zero again, another push in. They have Overclock, they have Valve, they have Coessence, and they have Terror Charge. So it's nearly identical on both teams. Overclock coming in from Hugs, looking for any pick possible. Sound barrier from Wolverine, keeping everyone alive. Coessence in from Ixie. Here comes the Terror Charge from Dylan. Wolverine gonna get stuck. Death Blossom in from Doos. Takes out Vector, but Dylan gonna turn around and help out MRJ. Alone with Nadia and Choyobin. Here comes the ult. Overclock. Takes out Hugs. Takes out Ixie with the help of Choyobin's spear. Dylan drops low. Gonna get taken out. And Bamboozled's too low to do anything. He needs to try and retreat, get the Mega. One more fight for Absolute Zero. Ragnarok, if they can hold out, they win this clutch best of 5. And that is such a good pick. Doos takes out Bamboozled. That is Death Blossom off the table. Absolute Zero are going to have to eat something different in order to win this, because they cannot feast upon death. Dylan making a huge splash of damage into Nadia on the point. Hugs takes out Wolverine. MRJ drops low. Ixie gonna get taken up by Troy Open. Window on the high ground from Nadia. Hugs looking low. And the terror charge from Troy Open is going to wrap things up. Bamboozle still unable to get a chance to death blossom. And Ragnarok are your week 5 winners up against Absolute Zero in such a tense best of 5 set. Absolutely down to the wire in every single map. You could not have determined a winner before this at all. Because it was so back and forth, so many switches, so many thoughts probably going through the player's head. That is going to be the win for Ragnarok, picking up their 2nd win of the season up against Absolute Zero. An absolutely incredible performance, and overall I would say being unpredictable is starting to become predictable for Ragnarok. They performed well, although there's only one man I can praise his name enough. MRJ absolutely slaughtered. I would have to give an honorable mention to Dylan for Absolute Zero, but MRJ gonna get player of the match 100%. Look at that, 68 elims in that singular match. 44.5 minutes, nearly 45 minutes of that entire scrim, entire game gone down. 3 kills, 3.4 kills for every single death. And Overclock accounting for almost 25% of his total elims, which is absolutely incredible. So that is going to wrap things up. Absolute Zero, a small loss to pay, going to go down to a 3-2 record against Ragnarok, who, like the result, go 2-3, and they will take the win over Absolute Zero. So, thank you guys all very much for watching and tuning in. I've very much enjoyed the experience of commentating here for the first time. I've been Kyoner, and hopefully all of you have a great evening, a great afternoon, and as always, stay safe and damn that ball.